What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy John coming at you with another video. Let's clear the voice a little bit so we can actually have a clear and resonant tone to today's video. Now, this is a video response to a comment. I'm not going to try and leave a huge essay comment to a video, to a question. I think it's just a bit irrelevant. It's a lot easier for me, and I guess for you as well, to hear me talk about the thing rather than write a comment. Although I probably would be able to better articulate it if I wrote it down, but let's give this a try. Life's an experimentation at the end of the day. So, this is a comment left 3 hours ago, and this is the only time I'm ever going to be able to. I'm very lucky to have even got the time to read the comment, articulate a response. I've not really thought about it that much, but I've got some ideas about it, and then make a video about it. So, this isn't going to happen very often, but you're very lucky that it's happening today. Anyway, so this comment was left by Moondir. Moondir. I don't know how you say it. Moondir. And I'm going to read the comment out first, and then I'm going to respond to it. So the comment goes like this. First, I appreciate your content, and as an INFJ, I relate with a lot of things you have to say in your videos. Sometimes it's the same thoughts that I have. Thank you. I think INFJs have this universal consciousness thing. We all kind of think the same shit, but we don't know how to articulate it very well to the normal human beings that we live around. Second, I have a problem with nofap that led me to never start the journey again, which is why start when I know for sure I'm going to relapse? The problem is that I tried so much, so much, and although I made some results and the benefits are worth it, but eventually I feel very mentally consumed by trying to stop PMOing. It drained all my willpower, and just by thinking about it, I make lose interest in starting again. So how do you think I can start again with all these failures and mental exhaustion? One thing that really helped me with this was realizing that life is suffering. It's fundamentally challenging. It's going to be difficult. And Jordan Peterson has a great thing to say about this when he says, you're going to suffer anyway. You're going to have a challenge. You're going to be challenged by life. You're going to hit low points where you think it's unbearable, it's overwhelming, you can't keep going. The thing is, you will have to keep going or you will die. Yeah, you will die. You will not survive if you don't keep going. So the best thing to do is to pick your poison and to suffer with that poison. And pick a poison that's more likely to bear some kind of fruit in the future, or it's going to even bear fruit for you now, rather than have life itself choose the poisons for you, and then you just have to roll with the punches. Okay, that's when you really think that life is unfair, when life is choosing for you what you have to suffer. No PMO is a form of voluntary suffering, in the sense that you stop a vice that is destroying you, destroying your confidence, destroying your willpower, and destroying your drive to achieve anything in life. Okay. You use no PMO when the energy is abundant within you and you start to feel some of the benefits. You use that to accomplish some goal in your life. Okay, you don't just sit at home on no PMO trying to think of ways to not relapse. That's the addiction talking. You need to distract yourself. Okay, and the best way to distract yourself is to get on your purpose or get on something, even a small goal that will occupy your thoughts, occupy your energy, and give you something to do in the meantime. Which is why so many of the other no PMO YouTubers, what do they say? They say work out, go socialize, go for a walk in nature, go for walks in general. I started my social skills development with just walks. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd have one goal for that day if I had nothing else to do, and this was during the lockdown. The one goal of the day was go for a walk. Go for a walk the moment I wake up, before I eat food, because I was doing my intermittent fasting. Go for a walk. Okay, just go for a walk and say hi to people as you walk by them. In fact, one of the greatest benefits of no PMO was the urge to just socialize. Now, I'd been an introvert before this, so I never really talked to a lot of people. I'm still an introvert, don't get me wrong, but back then I was like a hermit introvert. I never spoke to anyone in general. So I never talked to anyone and I didn't develop my social skills. And there wasn't an urge to socialize. In fact, every time there was a social situation, I wanted to get away from it. I didn't want to be there. I hated it. I felt really uncomfortable around people. Social anxiety and social awkwardness. And it was less to do with social awkwardness, it was more to do with social anxiety. I was repulsed by the situation and I felt really uncomfortable. That goes away when you're on a streak. I would even say 2 weeks is enough for you to get out of that and social anxiety business, and you have the urge to want to go and talk to people, and your social skills development will be so quick because the urge will be powering you to want to talk to people. But to answer the first question, why start when I know for sure I'm going to relapse? I could use the same mentality with anything else in life. Why go to the gym when you know you're going to binge eat eventually, right? Because we all have those days. Technically it's a failure, but it happens. Yeah, it's a part of the journey. You learn from your failures. No PMO relapses are the greatest opportunities because they give you fuel to keep going. Yeah, you relapse, you have the shame, you have the guilt, the social anxiety returns, the negative thoughts are burdening you in your head, and you ask yourself, you say, was that worth it? Okay, my urge to relapse was strong, which is just the sexual drive, mind you. The sexual drive is one of the strongest drives on earth, and you're choosing to go along with the thoughts, the mental energy that's telling you to go and relapse. Go and put that sexual energy into other things like your purpose, your career, whatever it is that you want to achieve. One of my goals is to join the Marines. My energy is going to be determined by that goal and those thoughts that propel me to go and join the Marines and be the best in the Marines. Okay, that's one of the goals right now anyway. Or the bodybuilding, or boxing, or talking to people and socializing. Do you have projects that you can dedicate your energy to? Because if you don't have projects, all of that abundant sexual energy that no PMO is cultivating is going to just be sitting there. And if you've got your computer and now you're feeling horny, guess what? The old neural patterns are going to say, I have only one thing to do with this energy, and that is to relapse. And boom, that's where the downward spiral begins. So have yourself projects that you can occupy yourself with. Put that energy somewhere. Direct your thoughts. Are you meditating? Because meditation is a great way to start to control your inner world, especially your thoughts. Are you meditating? And are you now focused on the things that you would like to do? If you don't have any projects, take an hour, 30 minutes, or even 15 minutes if it's your first time, to actually sit down and write, what do you want out of life? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to gain? What kind of life do you want to have? Actually dedicate some time to this. 15 minutes is enough. 10 minutes is enough. I would even say 5 minutes is enough to get yourself started at the very least. So why start when I know for sure I'm going to relapse? Because you grow through the relapses. And you don't start with this mentality, this defeatist mentality of, oh, I'm going to lose anyway, so what's the problem doing it? It's like, no, man, you don't go into life thinking that way. You have a victim defeatist mentality right now. Ask yourself, is my mentality a winner's mentality or a loser's mentality? A winner will relapse, but a winner will say, right, this is an obstacle. I've got something to learn from this challenge, the relapse. I've got something to learn. How did I relapse? What got me to relapse? How can I avoid this next time? Right? Every relapse you go through, and I've been through multiple, every relapse you go through teaches you something new about how to carry yourself going forward. And the benefits of no PMO should be enough to show you what can happen if you stay on a long enough streak. The confidence, the mental clarity, the drive, the self-belief and the self-respect that you cultivate is exactly what we're after. Do you want to lose those benefits? Why start when I know for sure I'm going to relapse? Well, gentlemen, or moon dare, if you want to be the man of your dreams, if you want to be the best version of yourself, that's why you continue on the journey, no matter how hard it gets. You have that vision of yourself, of what you're going to be like in 6 months' time, in a year's time, in 10 years' time. If I stay on this journey, I will have the energy and I will have the drive to finally be the man that I've always wanted to be. No PMO, getting on the PMO streak again, which means you're jerking off and watching porn again, means you're going to be a loser. It means you're going to be a beta male. It means you're going to be a victim. That person that everyone looks at and says, there's something wrong with him. I don't want to be around him. All right? So hopefully that answers your first question. What was your second one? So how do you think I can start again with all these failures and mental exhaustion? Use this as a challenge. Are you going to let this defeat you? This one little obstacle, are you going to let it defeat you in going forward? We're cultivating inner strength. We're cultivating willpower. We're cultivating discipline. These are the things you're cultivating. You're actually working on them, like you go to the gym and you do your reps and you get stronger. This is what you're doing. Every day that you don't know PMO, every day you stay away from that stuff, every day you keep those thoughts at bay and you occupy yourself with some other activities, is one more day where you're becoming stronger, One more day where you're learning how to be able to deal with that challenge, and you are actually becoming the man that you want to be. Every single day you don't go back, you are one step closer to the man that you want to be, and you will see these benefits. If you go out and talk to people, if you go out and socialize, if you go out to the gym, if you dedicate yourself to your hobbies and your passions, you will see the benefits actualized outside of your reality. Okay, but you won't get any of those benefits if you're not focusing on being better, right? The main problem, Moon, there with your problem is that you have your attitude is defeatist. And I understand it can be mentally draining being on this path. It can be difficult. It is difficult. It's one of the most difficult things you will ever do. But that's what makes it so much more worth it, man. That's what makes it so much more worth it. And when the benefits come, they are so earned with so much hard work. You treasure them. Okay? Think about your future girlfriend. Think about your future kids, your future family. Think about the kind of husband or boyfriend or brother or father or son even that you would like to be. Friend that you would like to be. One big benefit of being on this journey is that you become a leader of men, because you actually start to actualize the things you would like to do in your life. Think about the men that you would want following you then. What would they think if you relapsed? What would you be doing to them? Their self-belief, helping them and making sure they're better people. You're an INFJ, so one of your life purposes is going to be to associate yourself with others and help them in some way. By you having a defeatist mentality, number one, and by you two relapsing and with the defeatist mentality, what kind of man are you showing yourself to be when you are helping other people? All right, it's okay to give in to challenges. It's okay to accept defeat. It's okay to say, well, it's too hard, just give up. No. Every time the urge comes to give up, you should say, I want to do a little bit more, okay? Every time the day comes when you want to relapse, you should say, here's that thought again. Here's the defeatist thought that wants me to relapse. This is my old inner bitch talking. It's the old inner me talking. The old me, the one that I despise, the one that's got me in all this trouble, the one that was weak, is trying to claw its way back into my reality right now. Do I want to go back there? Do I want to go back to being that guy? No, your answer should be. Your answer should be no. That should keep you afraid and very alert and vigilant to relapsing. Okay? But I hope this answered your question, Moon Deer. I've tried to let my intuition do most of the talking. It is difficult, but the mental consumption thing you're talking about is you're thinking about it too much. You're thinking about no PMO too much. You're thinking about NoFap too much. You're thinking about not avoiding the relapse too much. Stop. Go out and live your life. Go out and talk to people. I have 2 days in the week where I go out specifically by myself to go and speak to people, just to socialize and exercise my confidence, exercise my social skills. I'm always working on my social skills. Every time I see someone, I see an opportunity to go and sharpen my social skills. Okay? Are you talking to women? Are you talking to girls? All right? If you're not good at talking to girls, you've got to start now. When are you going to start? Tomorrow? The day after? Next year? Start now. You have the energy and the confidence to go and do that, okay? But don't prioritize it, because if you overthink women too much and you put too much hype on getting laid and shit, you're going to tend to repel them because you'll be way too desperate. So focus on your passion projects. Focus on cultivating some value in yourself. Are you going to the gym? Are you dressing nice? Are you working towards cultivating the mission that you are here to do, okay? I want to make another video about charisma and how willpower is such an intrinsic part of that, of having charisma, okay? But don't just distract yourself for the sake of getting away from no PMO. You're thinking about it too much, okay? Just forget that you're even on no PMO. Forget about it, okay? You're just the guy who doesn't jerk off anymore. You're just the guy who doesn't watch porn anymore. And also think about the fact that 99% of other guys don't even know about this shit. 99% of other guys are oblivious to what they're doing to themselves, okay? And they're walking around with their heads down and speaking with very timid voices, and they've got no willpower, and they don't know who they are. You and me and the guys that are on this journey are very different when it comes to shit like that. Yeah, we're actually on our purposes, and we're becoming the men that we're meant to be. Think about it from that perspective, and think about the man, the visionary, the leader, the king, the winner, the champion, the prize that you're becoming when you're on this journey. All right. Hopefully this helped you, man. If you've got any more questions, just pop them down at the bottom of this video, and I'll see if I've got any time to go and respond. All right. Take care. Stay safe. Stay strong. Bye bye.